When people ask how much it costs to homestead in Portugal, they usually mean money. But after 3 years here, money has been the smallest cost. This is what 3 years of homesteading in Portugal has really cost us, physically, mentally, financially, and what no one told us before we started. Well, safe to say we are not influencers. We are definitely not trying to portray an off-grid fantasy life of homesteading. And in this video we'll try and give real numbers and share our real life experiences.
So far.
And I think keep in mind that we are only talking about our experience. We are not giving advice.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to advise anyone.
About what, moving here?
This isn't to scare anyone who's thinking about it. This is to be a bit honest about the realities of it.
As we do this video in the wet, cold winter mist
I should also add this is
of
probably,
mountain life.
it's probably only relevant to sort of rural Portugal. If you're just moving to Lisbon or like the Algarve, ignore. So the first category we're going to talk about is money. Buying the land, as you see here. Maintaining the land and paying for the land in rural Portugal is very cheap. Council tax is almost nil. This was quite a lot of money for quite a lot of land. The land in total, because that's, the big bit, really, cost 125,000 in total. There is a link either here or here, depending on what YouTube decides for the day, for the video with all that information on and actually the cost breakdowns. When it's farm, there is extraneous costs, right? There are other things which will suddenly cost you money, especially if you come here with a van with nothing in it. For example, you want leaf mulch pathways, 250 quid, leaf mulcher. You want to put bolts into a wall, SDS drill, 250 euros. You want to be able to cut wood to shape, 100 euros of bits. You want to be able to take trees down so that you can do things. Chainsaw, 450 euros. SDS drill, 100 euros. My daddy gave me that.
My daddy gave me that.
Jigsaw for cutting edges, another 70 euros. General bits and pieces of add-ons that just keep on coming. Post holer was 90 euros because we split it between me and my neighbour. Saws, 60, 70 euros. A first strimmer we decided to buy, which is 120 euros in the bin because it was useless. Another one we invested in, and this was a good investment, welder. Yeah?
Welder.
The
How
welder,
much?
160.
Yeah, I think so.
Because it was in the back of the shop.
The upgrade strimmer.
We have an upgrade strimmer, which was 450 euros.
We had to buy the year after because that one was so shit.
So in this room alone, for not everything, you're looking at about £3,000 worth of gear.
And that's
right?
only the startup kit.
And that's a basicest of the basic. 100 euros worth of wire. I have 100 euros worth of fencing wire here because we needed fencing wire and it comes in €100 bundles. A friend of ours lent us this. I'm just about to re-put it all back together, cleaned up with new oil as part of the fact that he lent it to me, so I said I'd tidy it up and make sure it was good. Friends are great and useful for lending you things. Sharpening system, 30 to 40 euros, need new belts every so often. Circular saw borrowed from a friend, luckily don't need to give that back. Extension cables, big long extension cables for a farm are 100 euros a time. If you leave them out in the sun, they die, and you need to get a new one. Same problem with hose pipes. Maintaining stuff costs quite a lot of money that you don't realise until you actually look over how much you spent on it.
Cost of our cars. So we have two cars. The first car is the big Peugeot J5 yellow van. That cost us 3,500. The second car cost us
2,500.
2,500.
Yeah.
Mechanics here. Find yourself a good fucking mechanic, mate,
It's
because they will rip your ass out.
Yeah, these pricey bastards.
But obviously their vet bills are very expensive. So this little fucker cost us 400 euros in just allergy tests.
I forgot about that.
Because he's allergic to carrots. It's embarrassing, Fenton. Carrots.
Poor noodle.
Next big cost on a homestead, surprisingly, farm animals. Let's start with the big giant black and white thing that keeps mooing in all our videos. Her name is Sylvie. She cost us 450 euros. It would have been 350, but the people at the local agricultural office fucked up our paperwork. As per usual, seems to happen quite a lot around here. And so we had to pay 100 euros more for her. How forgetful of me. The cow did not cost us 450
Oh,
euros.
God.
We had to tow the cow back home for 4 hours, which cost us an extra 800 euros.
So that's a grand
So that's
cow.
a grand for Sylvie. She cost us a grand.
That cow is dying of old age on this farm because she's
You will
missing.
have a happy life. Long and happy life. She knows I'm talking about her.
Oh,
Look
yeah,
at-
she does.
Good girl, Sylvie.
Good moo.
Good moo. The goats, we started with 4 goats. The 2 older females were 70. The 2 younger females were 50. And then the chickens, silkies were the most expensive. I really had to go digging to find silkies, but I really wanted silkies, so
What a waste of time.
what a waste of time. Just get chickens, mate. That doesn't matter what fucking breed they are. The normal egg-laying chickens from the local farmers markets,
They do fine.
€5, I think.
Less, I think. 350
€5
when
a
we got them
chicken.
small.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
they're really small, they're even cheaper. 350. And then the meat chickens are super cheap. The meat chickens are €1.75 each.
One thing we should also mention in this is the chicken coop and the coop before. When Rosie first got her silkies, she wanted a beautiful red box coop to put them in. At which point I built a beautiful red box coop out of big bits of wood and stuff, which I think cost about 600 euros all in. It didn't last. The rain destroyed everything related to it. The weather here has strong winds. Wooden outdoor coops don't work. And then we built that coop, which is made of brick and mortar. And I think
It cost us less than the
cost
wooden one.
less.
And it's 5-6 times the size.
5
Way more, actually. Probably 10 times
10
the
times
size.
the size,
That wooden
yeah.
coop was tiny.
I mean, that's a full building. And it was, I think, actually hours in, probably less time.
Yeah. Another cost with farm animals is obviously feeding them and their vet bills. So with feed, Sylvie goes through 3 bags of
Moo pellets.
dairy cow pellets.
Specific.
Pellet. I had to do some serious research to find dairy cow pellets here, because apparently in Portugal everybody just has beef cows and meat cows, and all they want is to just bulk up all the cows. And obviously we don't want to bulk up our Sylvie. We just want her to be healthy as a dairy cow. So anyway, so 1 bag of moo pellets, 25 kilos of moo pellets is
think maybe-
$15.99. 1 bale of hay is €4. About roughly 150 euros a month to feed that lot.
People ask about, unexpected costs and things like that. It's always machinery. It's always machinery, but it's always something mechanical. Pissing car. We're about to go and buy a tractor, which will be another thing that can break down.
Cost category number 2. Time.
Feels like we've used up a lot of it. Like a lot of time. Things are slow. Like, we came from London, where stuff is done in 10 seconds because you just get it done in 10 seconds because it's London, the city that never whatsits. Whereas here, time is a little different.
Yeah, the reality is we obviously thought we'd be much further along than where we are now. Adjusting to the whole mindset of like, people here have 0 sense of urgency. Zilch.
Yeah.
None whatsoever. Like, if you ask someone to do something service-wise, they'll say, oh, it might be done next week.
Yeah.
And then it's the week after that, and then it's the week after that. Yeah, no sense of urgency, which is why it has cost us so much time.
Like, it's all on you. You have to be totally proactive about everything. You have to go and bother people. Like today,
You have to chase.
chase.
Because if you don't, they forget who
Yeah.
you are. And also, Portugal is very much still in the phase of like, everything is done on like physical paper. They have not progressed to the world of digital, just the world of digital.
just the digital world.
The digital world. Yeah, every time you have to do something like admin-wise, you come back with like 10 sheets of paper. And it's like, could you not do that on email?
Everything is in person. You have
Yeah.
to go. You have to go do the thing. You have to, physically be there for the thing, which I can
Nothing
see.
gets done over the phone. You have to be there in person. Yeah,
which I can
that's a
see
big one.
how might be an absolute killer for the people who are trying to do the move without being here.
Yeah.
And it's awkward for us.
Almost
but,
impossible.
yeah, but you literally need to be sitting in the office chatting to the person, and then it will probably
Every
get done.
single week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've technically been illegal in the country for 1.5 years, but a lot of people are in the same
A lot
position.
of people, over
Thousands,
500,000.
Hundreds and thousands of people and foreigners within Portugal are facing the exact same situation.
Yeah. And it makes it quite awkward to travel and things like that, which is the pain.
You technically can't leave.
Yeah. For a year, there was no way of leaving the country, which
Yeah.
is awkward. As they say in the political field, progress does not look how we imagined.
Energy,
More energy, more passion. More energy, more passion, more passion.
Category cost number 3, energy and health.
Physically, I've never felt better. I am 20 kilos lighter than when I left London, but I look 10 years older.
Yeah. Honestly speaking, this life takes more out of you than a lot of people show online.
I think so, yeah.
Than a lot of homesteaders show online, because I think a lot of people show like this perfect homesteading life where everything is roses and everybody's happy. No, it's fucking mentally exhausting and physically draining.
Yeah. It's a lot of work, and it's a very big change from what you'll be used to, unless you were a homesteader or even a farmer wouldn't be ready for it. Here's an example, okay? Something breaks in London, right? You just something has to be, I don't know, something explodes, falls down, floods. In London, you just go and get a man to do it. Here, the only person who's going to fix that is you. It's not going to get fixed otherwise, it's just you.
If you didn't grow up in the countryside,
on a farm, etc., the amount of work involved in everything, I think, is probably a little bit of a surprise to a lot of people.
Or is it just us?
It just might be just us. There's quite a few people in the
God, look at that giant bird.
I know, it's a very big bird. And the other thing is, well, some, not all, but quite a lot of people can just hurl money at the thing until it goes away. And also it depends how heavily you're going to do it, because if you're just having we have a friend who just has vegetables, doesn't have anything else, and for him it's very low effort.
But also it depends on what you've actually bought, because a lot of people would have just bought one small house with land around it, and doing up one small house, it's quite an easy job.
We've done that.
It's a quick job.
Yeah.
Whereas we have 4 buildings that we're needing to redo.
Did we go a bit hard on the house front? We probably went a little bit hard.
No, because this place ticked everything on our spreadsheet when we were looking for the farm. This ticked almost every single thing that we wanted.
But if we'd been able to just kick straight in and just start smashing stuff down and building, I think we wouldn't have had anywhere near as much baseline stress. I think the killer is hanging around.
Hanging around for other people to sort their shit out. That is annoying.
Waiting for someone else to do something where you can't change the rate of time on that. Because if it's you who's being slow, you can sort of hack it because you know you've messed up. But if someone else is dragging their heels, that gets really annoying really quickly. And I imagine, having spent some time in other Mediterranean European countries, there's probably quite a lot of places that have that problem.
I think also, being London city goers or ex-London city goers, it is a huge adjustment going from that to rural country life in a whole different country.
You lose
a lot of adjustment. Cost category number 4, relationships and identity. Obviously, moving country changes a lot about, who you are as people. Adapting to a new culture, adapting to a new way of life, adapting to farm animals, driving you nuts.
Adapting to being stared at by a German Shepherd permanently. We're quite used to different cultures. You just sort of get your brain around it.
Yeah, we're from London. We basically lived in an area where nobody was English.
When I moved into my building, I was the only English person there in London. So, it's a bit of a culture shock, and it's having to deal with other people's culture.
Me being from Mauritius, I find the Portuguese culture to be quite similar to Mauritians. So I actually find that quite nice. They won't come into your house. They're very family orientated.
The food's very bland.
It's very much a Catholic country.
Food's very bland.
And obviously, being far from your close friends, close family, I don't think that's been particularly difficult to adjust to, because we didn't really live with our family for a very long time.
We lived, a couple of hours drive from my family, an hour from yours. And in London, everything's about 25 minutes away, sort of for friends and things. And also, I went to boarding school since I was 10, so the home bit of it wasn't as relevant. And you left home when you were what?
Well, yeah, I left the family house at the age of 18 and never went back, so...
Yeah, meh. on that one.
Don't feel particularly stressed out about
I'd
that.
imagine, yeah. I'd imagine if you've got one of those really like hardcore sort of big
Hardcore
family
group
groups, we have-
units, yeah.
We have a few friends who've got those really heavy duty families, and when they moved country, they really struggled because they didn't have that network there.
Yeah, this is also the second country that I've moved to. So moving to a new country, like if I had to move again next week, I'd probably be fine. Like, it's fine. You know, you adapt, you have to change some parts of yourself to adapt to where you are, and that's just sort of normal now to me, so it doesn't really
I think
affect
it's normal to
me
anyone
that
who's
much.
moved around a lot.
Yeah. So what do you think we got back from all of our investments, including costs and time and energy and power and passion into this life?
I mean, I think we've progressed a lot on like life, like just general sort of positions where you're in life. I think there's a sort of quite a hard adulting involved in doing this. It makes you quite quick to get used to things, and I think it probably thickens your skin a bit as well. More self-reliant in a way that I think is quite specific to this life.
Well, I think what I feel I've got back is definitely I've got back my mental stability, because London was actually driving me mental. The life in London was driving me insane, and the 9 to 5 and the stress of work,
Particularly your job.
particularly my job, and the rat race, and everybody feeling like everyone's in competition with each other. Nobody's actually supporting anyone. Some people that you think are friends don't actually want to see you succeed, and that all sort of after a while you sort of just get quite tired and exhausted and drained from that, to the point where, like, you know, anxiety, panic attacks. And since I've been here, mentally I feel better, even though I may look like I scream a lot.
I mean,
I am mentally better.
I had to. You did scream a lot before as well.
True, that's just a cultural thing though. Like, we scream a lot.
You're just shrill.
But yeah, like, I've not had any anxiety attacks, not had any panic attacks. Generally better mentally.
I'd say the big difference here is that you're less sort of just like surviving. Like here, the good days are much better, but the bad days are quite bad. Like in London, we just sort of, you coast through, sort of vaguely dealing with things. Whereas here, you actually you sort of
put up with it in London, because that's just what everybody
does. It's just life in London.
That's just normal life in London, is just putting up with everything and everyone and every shit situation.
Whereas here, I'd say, I think the thing is the feedback loop is shorter. Like changing things changes stuff quickly.
Yeah.
And it makes you also really realise what you actually value, because there's a whole load of things that we used to do in London which we sort of went, why are we doing that? And it was habit or common practice or pressure or things like that. And you realise just wasting time, life, energy. I'm also infinitely healthier than when I was in London. Doesn't take much, but
the mental state of always feeling like, oh, you know, if my boss gives me more money in London, I'll stay and I'll put up with being miserable in that job because I'm getting more money. At a certain point in life, money isn't everything. You just need peace.
And a bit of money.
And a tiny dash of moolah.
Just to help you through the day.
Just to pay the booze bill.
Just to pay the booze bills. And the moo bills.
Those goddamn moo pellets. So, would we do it all again?
Yes. But, I think is a bit of factor, there is a lot of hindsight knowledge. We would do this, but differently.
What would we do differently?
I think we'd be more concerned about comfort and survivability rather than, I think we'd look more now, less future. We'd have looked more to what we were doing then, getting ourselves settled more than just living on the plans, because you can only live on the dreams for so long.
When we first moved in, I would have just literally immediately started on our bedroom, our bathroom, our space where we can be comfortable while we wait for the rest to be done.
Yeah, secured us and then secured everything else.
Yeah, like I would have gone straight in and taken down the back walls of the bedrooms. Because I think a big part of it was, like, obviously moving here, you have friends and you have family who obviously want to come and see you and visit, which is great. But we're also prioritising having space for everybody in the house, which...
We could have... There's hotels in 3 seconds drive. Like, people could have stayed in hotels 100%, and we
Yeah, if we hadn't
Yeah.
kept rooms for others, we would have probably had a comfortable bedroom
Yeah, by
and
now.
bathroom by now, and it wouldn't be so bad. Because I think that's the, like, living
Yeah.
in like that crack den in that bedroom for 3 years really takes a toll on you.
And also, probably if we'd done that, we would have then had the energy to do the downstairs, and there would now be bedrooms downstairs.
Yeah, so yeah, we would do it all again, but prioritise our
space.
comfort
Yeah.
and our space first.
Yeah.
If you're interested in the real side of homesteading and life in Portugal, not the perfect version, that's what we share here.